up, my little sugar boogers? Welcome back to the channel. So I just want to go ahead and shout this out really quick. I know today is typically Foreman Friday, but I don't know if you know, but I am still freaking sick, and to be honest, the next episode is kind of a big deal, and I want to be 122 freaking % ready for all of our endeavors. So I decided to take it easy, kick my feet up today, and come at y'all with a brand new mod review. I'm actually really excited for this one because it was one of those unexpected rare find type of gigs. So this morning I was actually scrolling through my favorite group on Facebook. It's called The Sims Elite, and I came across this post by Chantel, and it says, "Happy Pride, y'all. Yesterday I was given a request to make a mod so that LGBTQ Sims can come out to their friends. Seeing as an older mod allowing you to do so seems to be broken. So here I have made a trait pack which includes 3 traits. We have gay, bisexual, and transgender. And once a sim has one of these traits, they will have the option to come out to another sim at any time. Beware though, if you do not have a positive relationship with the other sim, it might not go well. As of right now, the only thing that these traits do is give you the ability to come out, but I would like to add more features soon with the help of all of you lovely LGBTQ simmers out there. I am also looking for feedback and suggestions to make these traits better. So you can go and pick this up on Sims File Share, which is completely ad-free and free just in general. However, she did add in a little bit later on, after I had seen this, to use this mod in conjunction with another set of interactions so that you can actually kind of control your Sim's sexuality a little bit further. So here we have the first trait, which is gay. I'll go through all of these in the actual game itself, but I'm very excited to take you in and see what they can do. There are also some really interesting we have, well, actually I kind of want to read these off just in case we don't get any of these, but we also have some moodlets. So we have feeling proud from coming out. I am so glad that they finally came out to them. Knowing that they accept me as I am is a joy I can't explain. I feel more confident than ever. Accepting. I'm so glad that they trusted me enough to come out to me. I couldn't be prouder of them and will always stand by them when they need an ally. And then we also have disappointed. I really thought that this sim would be accepting of me, but I guess not. And then the last one is irritated. Why did they even tell me that? We are not even that close. So as you guys can see, there is a little bit of a cause and effect that will happen here. It seems like it's very realistic, and even though it's kind of tiny and small, it's been very thought out, and so I am totally grateful for that. And with this month being Pride, I think this is the perfect time for it to come out. And I do believe the Sims team is also releasing a Pride update very, very, very soon, which is also really cool. So I feel like we are definitely getting a lot of Pride support this month, which I think is amazing. Now, anyways, it says here to use that mod with this one, which basically allows your Sims to specify their gender preference or maybe their sexual preferences. So it's for heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual with no romantic rejection. I have actually never really experienced that in my game, but I do love the added functionality of being able to choose which gender preference my sim has. So the thing is that this mod making your Sims become heterosexual or homosexual only. Example, if you choose heterosexual, romantic interactions never show up on the same gender and available or are only available on the opposite gender. Gotcha. And if you choose homosexual, the romantic interaction becomes gone for the opposite gender and will show up for the same gender only. And this mod is for teens and adults that can romance. So basically, it just kind of limits things a little bit too, giving you that added realism with the support of having these traits. But anyways, we'll talk a little bit more once we actually hop in game. I think that's the shakedown. I'm gonna put both of these mods in my game, and we are gonna go ahead and try them out. All right, you guys, so here we are in cast. So before we jump into the review, I just want to give you guys a quick little warning. We won't actually be touching base on the suggested mod that Chantel said that you should use in conjunction with this one, just because I couldn't figure it out. Like, I don't know what it's supposed to do. I thought it was giving your Sims the ability to set their sexuality preferences so that any unwanted like romantic events advances wouldn't be a thing, or like you couldn't give somebody of the, you know, non-preferred gender any romantic advances. And I don't think it works out like that. I got the impression that it like all across the board makes your Sims, like specifically like a particular gender. The whole thing is just really confusing to me. However, I will be showing off the original mod that I was talking about with the traits and stuff, and then also I'll be showing you guys how to add more trait slots to your game so that you won't feel really limited. Because, for instance, we're here with Andre Brown. Andre Brown is a teenager. He only has 2 traits, right? And I actually have a bunch of traits that I can select from, and I feel like, you know, just having 2 in general is really limiting, and I don't feel like at his age he's that like limited, you know. I feel like he probably would have a really in-depth personality, and I think it's kind of a cool way to kind of slip that in there so I can show you guys how to open up your trait palette, as well as showing off the new traits that come with this mod. So as I previously mentioned, we have the bisexual trait. So this sim is emotionally or sexually attracted to Sims of their own gender and the opposite gender as well. These will be found underneath lifestyle, in case you guys are wondering. And I do believe this is the bisexual flag. I may not be correct. Until recently, I did not know that there were different flags for different categories in the LGBTQ community. So that's very interesting. I actually find that really cool. So then we have gay. This sim is emotionally or sexually attracted to Sims of their own gender. And then we also have transgender. This Sim's gender identity differs from the sex that they were assigned at birth. The fact that we actually do have the ability to make our Sims transgender, we actually have a place for this trait, because it just, I don't know, it adds to the realism. And I do hope in the future we will get the ability to have traits like this. I don't know why there hasn't been, but if you guys feel like we need more than just these three traits, please let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I can reach out to Chantel and show our suggestions to her so that she can broaden this mod even more. So for Andre here, we are actually going to select the gay trait, and all it does is just run through the athletic animation. And the Brown family is actually a part of Kayla's little Simsy save, in case you guys were wondering. So let's go ahead and hop back in game, because I have a very interesting family dynamic that I set up so that we can actually see what happens if he was to tell somebody he's super close to that he is gay or come out as gay, versus somebody he doesn't have that great of a relationship with. And also we have the biggest summer blowout happening right now, which is actually kind of cool. And Andre is just kicking it by the old computer here. He really wants to go level up in his fitness skill, as well as have a water balloon fight, because I mean it is the big summer blowout, right? You gotta blow out, you gotta show out. Hopefully you don't blow out from eating all the wieners, but you know what I mean, like that would be a problem. I'm not gonna even lie, hot dogs, whew, they do not agree with my stomach at all whatsoever. Had one at Disney, and it was a close call. All right, so Mr. Grandpa here, he's gonna come back. I don't know what he was doing. He might have been playing bingo at the bingo hall. But Mr. Andre actually has a pretty close relationship with his grandfather. So let's go over here and hug him lovingly. Now, I'm not actually seeing the option right off the bat, so I'm kind of curious when I'm going to see it. Maybe it would be under the friendly category. Oh, it did work. Okay. Oh my gosh. I was getting kind of nervous there for a split second. So we're going to actually have Andre come out to his grandfather. And also in Kayla's little Simsy save, she has actually set up a pride. I'm not sure where it is exactly, but I do know that it is in here somewhere. There was a pride festival. I might have already like passed it, but it was just really interesting that there was one I cannot talk. I'm still sick. That there was one available. So it'd be perfect to like play in Kayla's Simsy save, have these interactions, and come out on Pride Day. I think that would be absolutely just wonderful. It'd be magical. So there we go. Teddy has learned the following traits about Andre. He has learned that he is gay. Confident. Feeling proud. I am so glad that I finally came out to them. Knowing that they accept me as I am is a joy that I can't explain. I feel more confident than ever. Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy. And look at Grandpa. He's like, oh my God. He's like, are you serious, Andre? I love you just the same. You will always be my little tootie pants. He's seriously so cute. He's like, so do you want to go in and grab a cupcake with some sprinkles? He's like, I just brushed my teeth. I love that. That is seriously so adorable. Now, okay, Marcus is having a case of some smelly bad breath. What are these two doing? They are getting really handsy. All right, so unfortunately, Andre isn't as close with his dad as he is his father, or his grandfather. So let's actually have Andre come over and kind of like, talk to his dad a little bit. We'll show off some muscles. We'll maybe even complain about the big summer blowout, talk about some hot temperature, and then I will actually have him come out as gay to his dad as well. I really do wish that I had this mod when it came down to Hawthorne. I think that would have added a lot of realism, but let's go and give it a run and see what happens. I mean, they're at like a 20. Maybe I don't want to have that good of a relationship because they're at 20% right now, so it may not actually backfire the way that we were hoping it would. So let me go and find Dad again. Where did he go? He's slipping out. He's like, I am so freaking hot. He looks like he's about to burn. Like he has a really red face right now. Let me try this one more time. Okay, come out as gay. Come on, let's do this. Look at Grandpa. He's so freaking cute. I love elderlies, like I do in The Sims. Okay, so actually, even though I was totally expecting his dad to not really be accepting, he completely freaking was. It says accepting. I'm so glad that they trusted me enough to come out to me. I couldn't be proud of them and will always stand by them when they need an ally. So now I guess we got to find somebody who wouldn't be accepting of us, like just maybe like a random stranger who really doesn't care about our problems. So let me just go and maybe give myself a little friendly introduction to this kid. We'll go and make our relationship kind of like on the lower side to see where exactly the teetering point is for someone to be offended. Because, I mean, I don't know if it's just The Sims in freaking Oasis Springs, but everyone's super duper accepting, especially his parents, which I kind of expected. So let me go and try this again. Let me see. His name is Richard. Okay. So Richard and Andre, they just, they butt heads. So that's the relationship that they have, and we'll go ahead and give this a try. I am a little worried because we are in his homestead that Dad might get up and deck him in the face. But again, this is just to try out the mod. It's not, actually happening because otherwise this would be a very awkward experience. So he told Richard, right? And Richard seemed to be completely okay with it. Oh my goodness. So what happens after that? Nothing. I think you can just only come out once, right? I mean, that would make sense. But maybe you can just keep coming out as gay or bisexual or transgender. Let me see one more time. He's completely okay with it. I haven't met a single Sim that was actually offended or anything, or like, why would you tell me? Like nobody really seems to mind. But we actually are so confident. Maybe that's perhaps the reason. I'm not really sure, but everything seems to be working as it should. I know that it is such a small detail. Like for me personally, it is in the small details. The small details is what makes this game amazing. And to have these little topics of discussion or these traits that are, real life things that people are, experiencing daily, I feel like they shouldn't be overlooked. I feel like these are fundamental things. I can't, fundamental. Oh my God. Okay. I can't talk. Anyways, before we wrap up this video, let me go and show you guys how you can add more traits to any Sim in your game. So the first thing you're going to need is MC Command Center. Once you have that installed, you're going to come over to your computer, any PC that is in your current household. You're going to hit MCC settings. Once you've done that, you're going to smack notification/console/menu settings. Then you are going to swing in to console command settings. Last but not least, you're going to hit debug commands and cheats, and then you have to make sure that this is enabled. Once you've clicked enabled, by default, it will be disabled. You will need to shut down your game, reboot your game, and then once you've done so, it will be officially working in your save. So the next step that you need to do in order to actually add more traits to your Sims Simology panel is you need to hit the shift button on your keyboard. You're going to left click your Sim and then hit the cheat Sim info menu. In this menu, once it's unlocked, you will see so many different things that you can do for your Sims. You can demote them, you can unlock certain recipes, you can go into the occult, farm, you can turn them into a vampire, you can also add them as an alien. You also have the ability to ground them and remove moodlets. I mean, literally, you can fine tune the hell out of your sim in here. However, the one that we are mostly interested in is adding in traits. Now, obviously, I have, a lot of different things going on in my game. I've got a bunch of mods. I've got, expansion packs, stuff packs, blah, blah, blah. So obviously, if, those things different between you and I, you may have more or you may have less choices than I do. However, once you're in here, you can pick any traits that you have installed, whether they're custom, whether they're in-game. It honestly doesn't even matter. And so, like, say you wanted to go in and add in some of the new traits that we just put in with this mod, you could do that too. You can totally do that. Grant talent agency, I didn't know that. And you can even apparently add in talent agencies, which is actually really freaking cool. So I'm pretty sure our new traits would be in here. I did see one a little bit earlier when I was giving this a test run. It should be kind of towards the end here. I know that I for a fact saw transgender. So it's going to be in alphabetical order, which definitely makes things a little bit easier. So I think it is right. It should be, there you go. So yeah, if I wanted to go and add that in too, I totally could. However, I don't think you're allowed to like add in, multiple traits at once when it comes to like their sexuality. But I could, if I wanted to, add in thrifty. So now that I've added in thrifty, there you go. It will be at the very bottom there. And I really am not sure if there is any limitations to how many traits that you can actually add, but you know what, I just wanted to go ahead and showcase that just in case you guys are interested in adding in more traits than the limited 2 or whatever it is for teens. So anyways, guys, I know that this was like a really long review for such a short mod, but I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it too, at least to like kick it with me. I feel like it's been so long. I haven't recorded in like forever, and it shows. But yeah, everything that I talked about here today will be in the description down below. Of course, if you have any feedback for interactions or additional traits for this mod, let me know in the comments down below so that I can forward those notes and suggestions to the creator. And with that said, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
I can't let it go, chain up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go, floating on the